You have them figured out and they know it. And one thing, man, about when you figure out people that are fake, they get mad at you. They get mad because now they have been exposed. And you got to realize this, bro. Everybody in your life is sent. Everybody. You know, every female, every male friend, everyone in your life is sent to you by one of two people. They're either sent to you by the Most High, they're sent to you by the enemy, or should I say enemies. Um, and you have to realize, man, that if you have someone in your life that was sent by the enemy, then they're going to wreak havoc in your life. It may not be immediately, but it will happen eventually because they all come the same way. It's always sweet and innocent, male and female, because the enemy can't get somebody in your life if they're already starting to mess it up from the get go, from the jump off rip. They have to slither into your life. They have to fool you first. They gotta be nice and be sweet and act like they care when they're looking out for you, but their intentions are evil. And once you fall for it by trusting them, and once you fall for the trap, then all heck breaks loose. And the best example I can use, and I want to be clear, I don't have anything against getting married. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a beautiful thing. It's not my cup of tea, but this is the best example I can give you. Oftentimes when the enemy sends someone in your life, you know, it is because of, excuse me, it is usually a woman. He often sends a woman because what better way to get you to fall for the trap than to use a pretty, sexy, soft voiced female that, just gets you to fall in love with her. You know how girls are. It happens all the time. A lot of men have fall for the trap. The girl was so sweet and innocent in the beginning, and then in the end, they turn into a witch. That's actually something my dad said. He said, my dad, he knows so many people, friends, so forth, that got married and they thought it was the best thing in the beginning, and then they realized that the girl they was with turned into a evil witch. Like that's what my dad said, bro. And I didn't believe him when I was younger, but it happens today. This is why you see these big famous people losing all their money and losing their movie deals and this, that, and the third, because the guy fell for the trap. He fell for the innocent, sweet, sexy look that she had. And then once he commits to it and trusts her fully, that is when the enemy says, okay, now break everything. Unleash havoc upon that person's life. You got them now. You got them exactly where you want them. Now go crazy. And oftentimes he sends a woman. He sends men too. He sends male friends that can influence you. You know what I'm saying? To do certain things, but it's normally a female. It's normally a female that gets us trapped up. And what's funny? My dad was telling me a story recently. I can't give too many details, man. I really don't like to, give out people's personal life and things like that, or even my personal life. But he was telling me about this guy, and I actually didn't know him. You know, he got married to a pretty white girl. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how old she was. She probably was in her early 30s, man, but she was a pretty white girl, man. Nice smile, you know what I'm saying? Nice teeth, nice face, nice petite body. You know what I'm saying? Looks like she was like the perfect weight. She looked like she was like 125 or something. You know, she looked so sweet and so innocent. And one thing I can say, you know, when it comes to thinking about toxicity, you don't really see, white girls, in the toxicity wave. You know what I mean? Like normally when it's girls being toxic, you see black women doing something, or Mexican women, or Latina women. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that be, trying to do all the crazy stuff, the yelling, the screaming, the grabbing the weapons and things like that. You really don't see that too much on the internet when it comes to white women, right? So when my dad told me, I was shocked, because my dad was like, "Hey man, look at this photo." He was like, "She don't look like she would do something like that, would she?" She looked all innocent and pretty. He was like, you wouldn't think she would act crazy, right? He was like, well, check this out. Yeah, that same girl, she be yelling, screaming at him, making scenes in public. I mean, like, when I mean making scenes, I'm not gonna tell you what she did, bro, because it's ridiculous. But when she gets mad, she will make a scene in public and embarrass him. Right, almost got him to lose his job, man, bro. She did a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and guess what? They just got married not too long ago. It wasn't even a year of them being married. They got married not too long ago, and then they just got divorced in December. That fast. So I'm gonna ask you a question. How did he get married to her then? He just got divorced. He just got divorced, from her. So, why did he get married to her? What happened? Was she acting crazy the entire time and he just loved her so much he went through with it? Or did she trick him, which is, like I said, what the enemy does? He uses people and make them come off innocent, sweet, and sexy. And once you fall for it, all havoc breaks loose. Is that what happened? Did she fool him? Did she deceive him? Or was she always like that from the beginning? What makes more sense? She was acting crazy when they first met, or she didn't start acting crazy until he put the ring on her finger and got married and finalized it so she can let loose. It's kind of like with boxing. In boxing, I remember hearing a fighter say he was being nice because he was waiting for the fighter to sign the contract. And then once the contract was signed, which means the dude can no longer get out the fight and back out, he said, I started to act loose and started to disrespect him. And I started yelling at him and playing mind games because he can't get out the contract. Once you put your signature on that piece of paper, my G, you can let loose and do whatever the heck you want. You can do whatever you want at that freaking point. And that's in boxing, right? It's the same thing with marriage. Once you put your pen to that piece of paper, you finalize it, she can let loose and do whatever she wants because she got you. She got your, let me watch my language. Let me watch my language. She got you. That's what happens. It's the same thing with boxing. You wait till the fighter signs the contract, then you can start talking trash to him. Then you can start disrespecting him and his family because he can't get out at that point. Right? But see, if you start doing that at the beginning, the fighter gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm not finna fight this dude. He talking trash about my family. Man, I don't want. I want to fight a fighter that's respectful." The fighter will back out. Why would he want to fight somebody that's doing all this trash talking? But once he signed the contract, you're freaking stuck, my G. In boxing and in marriage, you're stuck. You cannot get out, and when you do get out, you lose. You lose your money, your property, your car. You lose everything. And you keep a little bit. Everything you work for, she takes everything. God, let me watch my language. I'm getting mad talking about it. Because I knew this guy. I knew him, bro. And he got divorced that fast. Even though she was so pretty and looked so innocent. My dad said, look, this is what I be telling you about. He white too. White guy get married to a white pretty woman. And she became a witch as soon as they got married. I wonder why. Because even though the guy I'm talking about, he claims to be a Christian. And again, I don't judge anybody. I mean, I don't know. I don't know his relationship with the Most High. I have no idea what his relationship is with the Most High. But he claims to be a Christian. Okay, cool. So I wonder, was she a Christian woman that was sent by the Most High, or was she somebody sent by the enemy? My conclusion is God did not send her in his life. He fell for it because she was pretty. She had a nice smile. She looked so innocent. He fell for it. I be trying to tell you guys, bro, this stuff happens every day on a personal level. People I've met before are going through so much stuff. And I'm not just saying women. I'm not just saying women have caused, some of the downfalls of people I know, but men too. People I know getting involved with the wrong friend groups, and that is their downfall. People I know getting affiliated with the wrong woman, that is their downfall. It's always people. People are what the enemy uses to distract you from your God-given purpose. It's always going to be people. Because see, the enemy, he tries to mess up. He tries to get you to mess up your life individually. He tries to talk to you and say, hey, man, you know, it's like a suggestion in your head. He talks to you up here. He'll tell you, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You should start going to the store every day and buying some, you know, you start doing that every day when you get stressed. It's a suggestion, right? Oh man, you know, you should get married to her. Yeah, man, she's sexy and pretty, you know, and she's so sweet. You go off of your first thought, and then you stuck. All I can say, man, I can't make this stuff up, man. A Christian dude that I know personally, he's way older than me, gets married to a sweet, innocent looking woman, and got divorced ASAP because the enemy sent her to his life. His life was perfectly fine before that. But then he starts, and my dad told me this, he started crying and having mental breakdowns and so forth once he got married to her. Like I said, when you look at someone's life, once they come in your life, you have to ask yourself the question, is this person bringing value? Are they helping me? Are they motivating me? Are they, you know, encouraging me? Or they're just breaking and tearing me down? That woman was not sent to him by the Most High, because if she was, she would not have him crying and having mental breakdowns, and he's an old man. I don't know how old he is. I want to say he's in his 30s, man, but he might be in his 40s. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? All he had to do was keep her as a friend. But because she was so pretty and he fell in love with her, like I said, the trap is love. The trap is love. You fall in love with her, that's the trap. Right? You start trusting your bro, that's the trap. Then you realize you get messed up in the end. I can't believe I'm at 11 minutes and 53 seconds. Bro, this is one of my longest videos, bro, with no cuts. Because normally when I make a long video, I'm normally cutting, you know, parts out. But this is one of my longest videos with no cuts, bro, because I'm flowing right now, man. You know what I'm saying? When I get in my groove, man, I can talk all day long, man. It's a fact. You have to get this in your thick skull, man. Everybody in your life is sent, male or female. And most times, if we're being honest, bro, 99% of the time, the people that are sent in your life are going to be from the enemy. I'm telling you now, the Most High is not going to constantly send people in your life every single year. You want to know why? Because very few people are going to help you, you know, fulfill your purpose. Most people are distracted from social media and so many different things. They got so much crap going on in their life. They have no business being in your life, because they're just going to tear and wear you down. So you got to realize that most times when somebody come in your life, especially girls now, it was never meant to be. It was never meant to be to begin with. That is a fact. I hope y'all, man, have been listening this whole time. This is like, I ain't gonna hold you. I think this is the longest video I've ever made with no cuts. 13 minutes straight is crazy. I didn't even know how long I was going until I took the time to look up, bro. Just be mindful, man, and just ask yourself the question. Are they sent from the enemy, or are they sent from above?